Yo, welcome to the video, guys. Today is the video for April 8th, and tomorrow's my birthday on April 9th. So I thought today I should talk about one of my favorite things in the world, which is my favorite show of all time, Regular Show. But just talking about Regular Show, I could yap about it for hours. So to make it in a scheme for a YouTube video, I'm going to be talking about 4 characters specifically. I'm cutting out Mordecai and Rigby because we all know greatest characters in fiction. By the way, I just want to say Rigby's the worst friend, 100%, not Mordecai. Rigby's the worst. But I want to talk about 4 other characters who I admire heavily in the show. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. The first one I want to talk about is Muscle Man.
Hey, creepy wizard dude! Change Rigby back and then get out of here! Don't make me ask twice.
Now, Muscle Man is already just basically a fascinating character. And specific instances I want to talk about just make Muscle Man so much better were how he was simply, for a good while, he was just a my mom. Like, he was just insulting that character until like he slowly, there was the episode where he was super depressed and they went out to get him a friend, and he met Starla, aka Muscle Woman, and he actually like showed he could care, he showed he could try this, that, and it was beautiful, it was admirable. And then later on, he had, which you all saw in the edit that I just played earlier, he had a moment where he learned of his father's death, and he spent a whole episode going out to do what his father would want him to do. Which from going from just a character who simply just is just there, he's a great worker, but an annoying person, and he just does whatever he wants, my mom, this, that, but he'll do his work no matter what, to becoming a character who you could, with the second that you grasp that feeling of sentiment where you can get over a character, that's unique, that's something different. And with Muscle Man, I feel like it was done so perfectly, because Muscle Man had a lot of episodes where he was condescending. There was an episode where he had to take Mordecai, it was either Mordecai or Rigby, he had to take them around and have them look after him, right, and like try to learn under him, but he was just doing whatever. And though there was a secret meaning behind it, he was being a dickhead the entire time. To grasp from that to what he ended up as, even in this other thing where it was a nightmare episode where there's something in the woods and it drags away Rigby. Muscle Man literally, instead of staying in the house and trying to protect her, she has a weapon, he goes out and is like, he's like, you bring me back Rigby, I'm not gonna ask twice. That, like, ooh, he has some sort of kinship to him, which is so admirable, right? I'm gonna finish yap. I have to finish my yap because I could continue talking about these characters for so long. The next character I want to talk about will be Skips.
Hey, how did you become immortal anyway?
You don't want to hear that.
Aww, come on, please. Yeah, please. Come on, Skip, please, get up, please.
She was the only woman I ever loved. I had a few rough years after that.
Now, Skips was one of the most elite characters. Skips, I remember specific instances where I loved seeing Skips. There was a specific episode where he had, it was something in the mirror where he yelled his name, he wrote his name backwards, Rigby, and then he said something in the mirror, and then the monster Rigby came and corrupted everyone. Skips ended up literally saving them and got corrupted doing it, which is already just like elevated him as a status of a person. But then literally he knew everything what to do. He knew every time it was, oh, I've seen this before. Like, Skips was that elite. And then learning more about him as a character, learning that he was originally Walks, which turned Skips, was just even better, right? He had a great backstory where he left, which was already inferred when you see his, I can't remember his name right now, his robotic friend, where it's like all green when you see him come, and then you learn that this guy's been there for a while and he's no Skips too. That's when we first got a hint to back to, like, we already knew he was old, but that's when we got a hint to like what he truly could be. And another episode where it was Skip's birthday, and Mordecai and Rigby want chocolate cake, but there's no way to get it, so they want to celebrate his birthday, so they pretend that they're going to celebrate so they can eat the chocolate cake. They go out and they mess his ritual up, and then he's going to die. And afterwards, the thing that got me is after they save him and then he comes back, he forgives them, which is just something such. If you ruin something so basic just for the thought of having a cake, and I get it, it's for the show, you know, they can't just have a character be like, no, fuck you guys. That's like that's like, I don't know, when Fred fucks up a trap, everyone's like, oh, fuck you, Fred, and they get rid of him. It's not like Scrappy-Doo. Scrappy-Doo really got launched. But it's just like phenomenal. Like, Skips was so well created. Skips went from just a helper of his own thing. When you get all these characters' stories, they're so elite. And okay, stop yapping. Third character is I gotta talk about Benson.
Benson, why do you hate us so much?
I don't hate you guys. I just hate some of the things you do. I know you don't mean them, but I'm your boss, and it's my job to push you to do better.
Benson is a character who is originally like brought to be disliked. Benson is the rude boss who no one likes, and he's just rude. He's just, oh, get back to work, this, that. He even fires them and hires two guys who are exactly like them, but actually get their work done, right? Which I still never understood, because my nigga, how could you be mad at him? He's the park manager trying to get niggas at the park to do their job. They live here rent free. The fuck? What do you want him to do? But even besides that, then he's literally does shit that makes logical sense 90% of the time. One time, Mordecai and Rigby say that they want to go get the triple. It was like a burger, deep fried into a burger, the meat mountain, right? And they want to get it. He says after you finish your work, and they continuously try to sneak off and not complete their work. That makes complete logical sense. One time he's like, you know what? I feel good about the work we did, guys. I'm gonna buy everyone lunch. They order a giant sandwich that's like that's this big, and they say by the end of the day, you eat this or you're fired. You fucking made him waste, what did he say, $86, I think, on a fucking sandwich, and you eat it, nigga, eat it. That's what you fucking did. And he says later in the episode, Rigby asked him, which you probably saw in the edit, why do you hate us? Like, I want to see you do better, which you've always seen that little glimpses of Benson just like like trying to be a friend, because Benson is just a person too. Benson is literally, he's always been a good boss. You saw him when they went out to go get wings, and he was treating everyone, he was always on their side. And what happened? Benson in an episode gets fired and a woman comes in. Benson, even though there's greed in him wanting to get the job back for himself, he wants to get it back to help them too. He sees how they're being treated, and he comes back and he fucking fights his way back to get his job. And then directly after, he's still consistent. He says, clean this shit up or you're fired. He tells them to set up chairs. They destroy the entire place. Clean this shit up or you're fired. They find a bunch of ducks and destroy half the park. Clean this shit up or you're fired. They send the fucking thing to space. Clean this shit up or you're fired. It makes sense. He is the boss, and he's still being considerate after all these times. How many times does he do it? And Mordecai and Rigby are bitches. Obviously, every time they clean it up because they're not fired. They're not off the job. So why do you keep trying this? Why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep doing shit? And then, hey, but I love the show. They're doing it for a reason, to give me content. You know what I mean? Okay, fucking talked about Benson for a bit too long. I'm sorry if I'm yapping or if I'm getting like very hyped, because like I fucking love this show, man. This is my favorite show, and I've been trying to get like memorabilia and shit, but I just have like a Rigby. There's like this plain Rigby stuffed animal and this Mordecai stuffed animal that everyone has, And but there's like these Funko Pops that they dropped a while ago. They're so expensive, like fucking $1,000 for the Benson one. I've promised myself in my life, and I'll put it in the YouTube video, when I buy one of those, when I buy one of the regular show Funko Pops, that is the day I've made it in life. That is the day when I could openly say I've done it. And hopefully, I hope one day, if my YouTube blows up, that I could do it off of a check off here. I hope that one day, off a check off here, I could buy a regular show Funko Pop. That would be the dream. That would be a dream. So why the fuck did I get randomly sentimental? By the way, thank you guys. I'm at 179 followers now. This past month has been... I'm gonna talk about that on my birthday video. Cause yeah, but thank you guys, by the way. I always wanted to do YouTube, and it's like, it's doing very well, and like, I'm very happy about that. I'm very appreciative of that. I'm doing better than I ever was, and I'm doing content that's easier to do and shit that I love. Like, I just love it. I'll talk more about that. I think I might do that for like my month video, because it's my month upload, and it's also my birthday, so I might as well. And I'll show you guys what I got and whatnot too. Okay, let's talk about the last character, Pops.
Up and down and round and round. Please come down. Give me my mind back now.
Pops is an elite character. Pops is the, if not one of the best characters, if not the best character. Pops goes from a happy-go-lucky random character who keeps getting himself in trouble to the most important character in the show. Some would even say the main character of the show. In Pops, originally, I remember the first time they give us all your money, like give us a raise. He's like, give us a raise, loser. On the Power episode, I think that might have been episode 1. He's like, oh, a raise here, and he hands them lollipops. That, I already fell in love with the character of Pops. He was so great. He got sent you to the moon, send you to the moon. Like, and they're doing all this cool stuff. And Pops was always a side character who was doing well. There was the episode where he had to write a speech for his dad's thing and had to fake it. He was so fun until the final season. Pops is the chosen one. Pops is the most admirable character you've ever seen. Pops is the greatest character you've ever seen. Pops is shown to be in a continuous time loop of this happens over and over again. He destroys the world, and after he eventually does it and he kills, or he punches and he destroys the world, then we see him take out the show and replay it. And I was absolutely, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I've watched regular show maybe 9 times now. And that scene always gets, the first time I saw it, I actually almost, I know I dropped a tear. I'm not even gonna lie. Everyone dying, I was dropping tears. Like, it was something to me. It meant something to me. And it will always mean something to me. Like, regular show is the greatest show, and Pops showed it. Pops showed the truth. Pops is the truth. God, man. Some of my videos don't even hit 10 minutes. Me just yapping, not even putting any content. I'm on 13 minutes of just talking about regular show. And let's just go back to Pops. Pops, like, he's just, and I feel like he was getting better ever since they went to space. He was already such a fascinating character, and he was so helpful. I remember one of my favorite episodes is where he thinks he's Big Head, or no, they convince him for Big Head, and they go to wrestling, and they try to help him, and Pops shows his wrestling, his real wrestling, which brings me back to like the first episode, really real wrestling, and they fucking break a hole in the wall. And he's just like, he shows like heart there. He shows what character he is. He shows what he can do, and he's just Pops. He's the simplest character, an idiot, who then becomes the most important character. And it couldn't have been done any better. And I simply think there will never be a show in my mind that will ever grace the tier of regular show. Regular show is the greatest show of all time. I apologize for the yap. Sorry about that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. tune in for my video for tomorrow where I'll talk about YouTube and whatnot. And hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.